All right, so this was a gentleman, an 83-year-old gentleman. So he had a history of he has an ongoing issue with bilateral leg edema.
Yeah.
He's on flucloxacin. I'm sorry, he's on furosemide for it.
Yeah.
He also has a history of he says about 4 months ago he developed shingles.
Yeah.
And he got infective. Some of the lesions became infected on his scalp.
Yeah.
And they were very slow healing.
Yeah.
So he has twice weekly reviews with his with the nursing at home team.
Yeah.
And they do dressings and keep an eye on the wound.
Yeah.
He's had antibiotics for it in the past. So he came in to me, he said about 2 days ago he developed a similar lesions on his both legs.
Okay.
So he described them as all of a sudden he woke up and he saw small little red bumps with yellow centers along his legs. He said they were feeling the spots were sore and they were being fluid.
Yeah.
Some were mild, some parts in legs were mildly itchy.
Yeah.
So I took a look at him. He did have bilateral lymphedema. Could be the itching could have been some amount of venous stasis.
Yeah.
Because he says he currently has mild itching, but he did have a few small pustules.
Yeah.
Very few. Most were ruptured already, I assume from his itching or whatnot.
Okay.
You had only like 1 or 2 full pustules, but
you tried pustules.
No, some were still active with fluid inside them.
Okay.
And some were already open and dried.
Yeah.
So it was a mix of agents.
Sure.
But there weren't many, and he had no signs of active cellulite. So no like the tire leg wasn't red,
Sure.
no warmth or anything. It was just small little pustules.
Sure.
So and I took a look at the wound on his scalp as well. That was healing up well.
Yeah.
So that was mostly crusted over, and he said they were satisfied with like that. So I thought it's very likely that he had a staph skin infection,
Sure.
probably from the infected scalp. He probably transferred the legs as
Sure.
with the legs, so he maybe have had venous stasis and some itching on the legs.
Okay.
And his scrunchy transferred it. So I took one of the few other pustules and I should take a swab of it.
Good job.
I sent it to the lab and opted to still starting one, of course, of flucloxacillin.
Okay.
And I also gave him some topical for some of the more open ones and the crusted ones. I gave him some fusidin.
Okay.
Just as a likely total stuff. So I gave him some fusidin for some and oral fluclox.
So you gave oral as well as topical.
Yeah.
What was the reason behind that?
Some of the wounds were very superficial and open and weeping, so I thought the topical might be better for those.
And you only giving orals. Would the orals not help with the superficial topical ones?
Yes. But I thought the reason was it was likely I thought he was probably colonized with stuff, especially as he had the wound on his head. So I thought topicals might have killed like the colonization and the orals would get like the infected lesions.
Is there anything else you could have given for like the colonization? Or
I think
if that was your concern?
yeah, I think there's topical antiseptics. So I think like chlorhexidine type things. And if MRSA, I think we could go with mupirocin instead.
And okay, would you say the gentleman you were worried about any concern with regards to hygiene?
No, because I got him to take off his pants and his socks and shoes, and he had clean clothes. He told me these were new shoes he had, so it's not like old dirty shoes.
Okay.
And he was elderly, but his partner was with him, and he is generally mobile enough to take care of himself.
Sure. Okay, fine. And this bilateral leg swelling has been thoroughly investigated.
I'm not sure, but I saw it was quite long standing when he was
So it's on furosemide, is it?
Furosemide for it.
When you look at like just past regulatory, you got to ensure like if someone's on furosemide long term, got to ensure have they had blood tests to ensure that the kidney function is okay, especially when you're adding in more medication.
Yeah.
Have they had regular blood tests or recent blood tests?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are they new to the area? You look like about 2005. Can you open up like the pathology and the radiology?
Didn't help much, but I was thinking.
Are they? Because this is 2024. Are they temporary or?
I don't think so because he has the home team.
Sure.
So
it might be a good idea to just check on. Show me his repeat prescriptions.
Yeah. Sorry.
Some alkyl hyaluronic acid and furosemide.
Yeah.
Okay. So October 2023, and he's not had any blood tests to ensure his kidney function. So
I wonder if you maybe done in hospital. Has he
fine. Let's that's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's just arrange for him to have some blood tests just to ensure, like, you know, because what could be other reasons for leg swelling?
It could be so you can have venous issues.
Venous issues.
You could have renal issues.
Yeah.
You can have cardiac issues, and you can have liver issues.
Okay. Which by the looks of it, we've not investigated anything at all. Look into communications and letters and see if there's been any recent hospital call. Have there been any hospital admissions or anything as such? Discharge summary, that's September 2022. It's not under any hospital.
This is from University of Southampton.
Well, that's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What was that for?
For no. Pay me out purpose.
Okay, fine. So I think it's important for him to have those tests, especially because he's on all that.
Yeah, I'll check up and see if he's having them or something, if not already.
There are not a lot of secondary care services that will follow these kind of patients up on a regular basis. Okay, he's had a neck of femur fracture. He might be seen after 6 weeks by orthopedics. That's been treated. They're very unlikely to be reviewing in like 2 years' time. Number one. Number two, if he's on the orthopedic follow-up, then doing blood tests on these patients, the possibility of that is non-existent. So it's as the GP, it's your responsibility because you are the one who signed the prescriptions.
Yeah.
For furosemide and whatnot. So you got to ensure that's been looked into.
Yeah. So he has not yet. So I should arrange someone. That's just to make sure.
So what other blood tests would you want to add to that?
Probably he's on the electronic, so probably someone who gets to calcium.
Okay.
His calcium.
Yeah.
His phosphate.
Yeah.
Especially he's on that. What else? Let me take a. But we don't have much on him. So yeah, I'll definitely get his renal functions.
Yeah.
Electrolytes. I'll add in his blood profile as well, and probably a liver profile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Mm.
What did you say was his primary presentation?
Oh, yeah, possible infections or full blood count.
Okay, no, I mean, bilateral leg swellings.
Yeah.
What other tests can you do with bilateral leg swellings?
BNP. From cardiac problems.
Is there any reason for the BNP to be low and seems to still have a heart failure?
If it's preserved ejection, if he has a preserved ejection fraction, if he has preserved ejection.
Yeah, FF can cause the BNP to be normal, but furosemide reduces the BNP levels. Someone who's been on long-term furosemide, even with like a heart failure, the levels could still be low. But if someone's on furosemide and still has some significant leg swelling, it might be a good idea to look into that.
Okay.
So anti-probrain would be useful. Anything else?
I could probably do an should I do inflammatory markers? Nobody may be raised either way.
If I want to add anything, if like a full blood kind of CRP is raised, how is it going to change your management? Because you've already given a topical as well as an oral antibiotic.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else.
You said possible liver problems and possible kidney problems can cause leg swelling, right? Is there any? So what does liver problem do?
It's your albumin or your albumin.
And so does kidney problems. So albumin creatinine ratio, proteinuria, and those kind of things might be useful to see if his proteins, of course the LFT is going to tell you about if the albumin is low, but we got to figure out whether that's low because the liver is not producing it or if it's losing it. So albumin creatinine ratio is always a good idea. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.